Hi everyone, my name is Saha and I am going to show you how to make a mixed media card like this using Catherine Pooler stamps and dies and mediums, gelatos and tools from Faber-Castell Design Memory Craft. Let's start by looking at the papers. Here's an ivory cardstock cut to 10 inches by 6 inches, folded to make a 6 inches by 5 inches card. Next, I have a piece of watercolor paper, 4.5 inches by 5.5 inches for the background stamp. I have a sentiment block. This is 2 3/4 by 1 3/4 inches. This is for the die that I want to use. This is about 4 inches by 2 inches. Let's start with the first layer. For this, I'm going to create a color wash with gelatos. I'm using the iridescent gelato set. And I am simply going to blend the colors with water. When I work on a card that's going to have multiple layers, I try to keep the background layer as muted as possible. While that is still damp, I'm going to stamp on it. For the colors to transfer well, I'm going to just wipe it down with a moist baby wipe. And then I am going to choose a color. Still very moist. I am going to bring it over and press it down. And lifting off. You will see there are areas where the pattern is more crisp and there are areas where it's more blended. That's the look I like. Go right over here. Add water to it and let it drip down. This just created a drippage effect. While this dries, I am going to work on my sentiment block. Here I'm using the whipped spackle. I am using a palette knife to just layer it on. It's going to be a thin layer. Try to make it smooth. While this is still damp, I am going to stamp my sentiment into this block. So this is the block sentiment that I chose. It says congratulations. And then press. Don't wiggle your stamp. Just hold it down there. And when you think it's done, lift off. Make sure to clean up your stamp immediately. Do not let the medium dry on it. Now that the sentiment block is dry, I can add some colors to make the letters pop out so we can still read the word. So I'm going to pull in some of the colors that we used in the first layer. I'm going to take a darker color and start putting it over the letters. I do not expect this to turn out absolutely crisp because that is not the look that I'm going for. So once the gelatos color is dry, I am going to take a pencil and give the sentiment a little more definition with a pencil. This is going to be a bit of an engraved look, which I think goes very well with the celebratory theme of the card. This is going to be the first layer. This one is going to be the second. And I'm going to bring in the die cut. Let's start assembling the card. When I have something so delicate and I want it to be elevated, I cut my foam squares down. It's very easy. Just take a non-stick scissors and just like that you get narrower pieces. So this is my finished card. Thank you so much for watching.